Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our ACDHH quarterly Hard of Hearing Task Force meeting. It's Friday, November 14th, and it is 7 minutes after 9 a.m. this morning. My name is Christy Abrams, and I'm the Hard of Hearing Specialist. And like I said, we're joining you from the commission. I just wanted to make a few important points that our meetings are accessible, and we do have ASL interpreters and communication access, real-time translation, or CART captioner. And for those of you who may be joining via YouTube, a quick note about CART. Captions give hard of hearing people access in various settings, such as this, appointments, medical appointments, courtrooms, classrooms, employment settings, seminars, entertainment venues, and beyond. So hard of hearing people are protected under the Americans with Disabilities Act, and that gives us the right to request accommodations such as CART. So I always like to put that information out there. But without further ado, I'd like to introduce each of our hard of hearing task force members for roll call. And if you would please acknowledge that you're here by saying here. And then once you're done, I'm going to have everyone please mute your microphone and turn off your camera. So, all right. Ina Brown, our new member who I'll be introducing shortly, is here today. Thank you, Ina, for being here. And Harvey Smith.
Good morning.
Good morning, Harvey. Roz Siebel.
Here.
Wonderful. Great to see everyone. Ron Tallman.
Here.
Okay. Liz Booth.
Here.
Thank you. All right. And I think I'm just checking my list to make sure. Have I missed any of our members? I don't believe so. Okay, well, thank you for being here, everyone. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and let everyone, if you could turn your camera off. And if everyone knows how to do that, you just go to the bottom left-hand corner and click on the camera, and that will close your camera. And also be sure to mute your microphone. Thank you. Okay, I am going to go ahead and just checking out our agenda here. And what I would like to start off the meeting by doing is we have a wonderful new staff member who I would like to introduce, and her name is Lillian Gilmer. I'm going to have her put her camera on so she can tell us a little bit about herself and give her a warm welcome. And thank you for being here with us this morning, Lillian.
Good morning. This is Lillian Gilmer. Thanks, Christy, for the warm welcome. I appreciate it. I am the new Director of Business Operations, and I'm a native here of Arizona, born and raised, lived here my entire life. I just love this state and would not live any other place other than Arizona. So proud to be here. I'm also super proud to be a part of the commission. This is my 6th week in, and I'm loving it. The team, my team, which is the finance team, as well as the peers and the associated departments, have really welcomed me. They've been phenomenal in getting me acclimated. It's been such a smooth transition. So just a great kudos to the team here for welcoming me and making sure I feel engaged and a part of the agency. A little bit about my experience. So I've been providing finance and budget oversight and leading operations teams for both public and private sector organizations. Early in my career, the first 20 years was working in the private sector for a large utility company here. Most of you probably have heard or actually may use them now, and that's Arizona Public Service, so APS. Worked there for about 20 years and then moved on this past 10 years in the education field, working in K-12 education, providing finance and budget and oversight for them as well. Transitioning over here to the agency, my focus for the team is really around striving for operational excellence, looking to find efficiencies in how we do our business and ensuring that the team, we are good stewards with the agency funds. So that's first priority for me. And then in my role, I'll be overseeing some critical areas. Finance and operations actually is composed and concludes our IT folks, payroll, accounts payable, accounts receivable, and procurement. So quite a bit under that umbrella. And then lastly, I'll just be working to build a strong foundation that ties closely to the agency's mission, ensuring that, the work that we do really ties back to our goals and ensuring that, we serve the community well. So that's my role, and I'm looking forward to working in with you all and getting my feet wet and hopefully being a part of this particular team as you guys progress over the next few months and years.
Thank you so much, Lillian. We appreciate you taking the time to come in and say hello to us this morning. And I always enjoy introducing our new team members, and we're so grateful to have you with us.
Thank you. Appreciate you inviting me.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. All right, we're going to move on to the next agenda item, which is agenda item number 3. And I'm really excited because we are going to have a brand new hard of hearing task member join us. And I would like to have Ina Brown. If you could please turn on your camera, Ina. And Ina, I'm so thankful for you joining us. I've known Ina for some time now, and I know Michelle does too. She's been a tremendous advocate for hard of hearing people in our community. She's just done a lot of great things. I've seen her at the Hearing Loss Association of America. I know the national meeting. I had some opportunity to talk with her and met her wonderful husband. And so, we would just love to hear a little bit about you. We're so happy to have you with us. And if you could just share a little bit about yourself.
Well, thank you. I'm Ina. I've lived in Arizona almost 30 years. I'm from Scranton, Pennsylvania. If you watch The Office, you know about Scranton. And I worked in education, and now I'm retired. I was diagnosed with a benign tumor called a glomus jugular tumor, which has caused deafness in my right ear. So I've been wearing hearing aids. And then 2 years ago, because I'm moderate in my other ear from age and genetics, I wear a hearing aid. So I'm bimodal with a hearing aid and a cochlear implant. And I really value what the commission does. I turn to them very often, Christy and Michelle, and they've been very helpful. And I'm grateful for the commission, and I'm grateful for HLAA National and our local chapter.
Thank you so much, Ina. We're really happy to have you with us, and we look forward to having you here and being part of our group and working together to advocate for hard of hearing people across Arizona. All right, thank you. Our next agenda item is the review and approval of our minutes. So, of course, these are quarterly meetings, and every time we meet, then I put together minutes. And so if you've had an opportunity to review our minutes from August, if anybody would like to let me know if there's any changes or corrections that are needed, please don't hesitate to let me know. Hi, Ron.
Hi. There was a name that was misspelled in the minutes. It's under section 8, under the East Valley, sentence 9. The individual's name is Elena Massaro, ALAINA Massaro.
Okay. Thank you. And I know we're going to have I'll check back with you with that on Ron, but I know we'll have that in the cart captioning transcript too, which will be wonderful, but I'll go ahead and make that correction. Thank you for noticing that and catching that. Does anybody else have any other comments or revisions that are needed? And if not, if anybody would like to make a motion to approve the minutes with those corrections noted, you're welcome to do that. Feel free, if you'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes, feel free to pop your camera on and just let me know.
Whoops.
Hi, Ross.
I approve the minutes.
Thank you. Approving the minutes with the corrections noted, as Ron stated. Great,
Yes.
thank you. Okay, and Harvey? You're making a second? Okay, thank you so much. All right, our minutes for August, the motion carries with those corrections noticed. Thank you so much. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and just share a little bit of information here. I'm just bringing up my notes. Be right with you. So I'm just going to go ahead and do my hard of hearing specialist report. All right. So a tremendous shout out of gratitude here goes to Ron Tallman for the Arizona's Walk for Hearing, the 10th annual Walk for Hearing. Ron is our Walk for Hearing chair, and so we're so fortunate to have him. I know he puts countless hours of dedication and hard work into the walk every year. It was another gorgeous day, and we had a wonderful time, and I just want to say thank you, Ron, and I want to recognize you for this tremendous contribution that you've made to our community for the many years, and we'll look forward to having your report on that.
Thank you, Christy. Thank you very much. I'll talk more about it later, but it was a great fall morning. I think that's the best weather we've ever had for a walk. And just to let you know, we had just over 300 people present at the walk.
Wow. This is Christy. That is wonderful. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous weather and so many families and children. And so it's always a great time. So thank you again for all you do for that. And we look forward to hearing you report more on that. All right. And just pulling up my notes here. Okay, I also wanted to share my next bit of information that our dear Hard of Hearing Task Force member, Melanie O'Rourke, has decided to retire. She has contributed so much to our Hard of Hearing community, not only to our task force, but as a task force member, but also a dedicated commissioner. She's been and a president also of the HLA West Valley chapter. So she shared with me that it's been an honor to serve alongside all of the individuals here who are deeply committed to improving access and advocacy and inclusion for Arizona's hard of hearing community. So she will be greatly missed, and I know that all that she's accomplished will continue to create a positive ripple effect in the years to come, for sure. I wanted to share that with all of you. All right, and I also, just as a note for myself, one of the things that keeps me really busy here at the commission is the Hearing Healthcare Assistance Project, and we call that HAP for short. There's always an acronym for something, HHAP. This continues in full swing. As we all know, there's so many people who need help to obtain hearing aids that may not be able to afford them. So it's really an honor to be in my position and try to help people with this. We do have a process where they reach out to me to start with, And if they qualify, then I'm able to refer them under our HAP program to work with one of our partners, either the NAU Speech and Hearing Clinic up in Flagstaff, or the ASU Speech and Hearing Clinic in Tempe, or maybe they're down in the southern part of the state, and then they would go to the U of A Speech and Hearing Clinic. So hopefully that will work out, and if it doesn't, if someone doesn't qualify for our particular HAP project, then there are other resources that I can provide for them and hope to find some way for them to get help with that. In addition to that, I provide a lot of other information and resources. A lot of people that reach out to me have never met any other hard of hearing person, and I let them know I'm hard of hearing too. I share all of your resources with them. I let them know about our Hearing Loss Association of America chapters, so that I let them know their support is out there. I let them know about maybe assistive technology, communication strategies, and just kind of plant those seeds to help them move forward and to better be able to navigate living life with hearing loss. So that is such a rewarding part of my job. Another thing that I do is we provide many presentations all over the state of Arizona. And I certainly don't do this alone. Our whole team goes. You met Ashley earlier, and so she's part of many of our presentations. Kim Menard, who's our deaf specialist, and Latrina, who's our family service specialist. So it just depends on what the presentation is regarding, what people are looking for, and who we're presenting to. But we do a lot. We present to community members. One of the things that just yesterday, actually, I was down in Tucson for the University of Arizona Deaf Studies classes. And so they were asking me to share information from a hard of hearing perspective. So that was really interesting. We had students learning about deaf studies, but they wanted me to come in and talk about the hard of hearing perspective. So that went really well. That's just an example. We presented a little bit ago to the YMCA. That's another example. I presented for the Chandler Gilbert Community College, has a New Adventures and Learning class. So Kim and I did a 2-hour presentation for them, and that was really fun. We did that on Zoom this year. Last year we did it in person, but this year we did it on Zoom. So we had a great group. And we just have a lot of different, we present for healthcare professionals, public safety. I always love to come to our Hearing Loss Association of America chapters and see everyone and share information. So we do that. We also did something that was really fun. Rena, who is our community services specialist, and Ashley put together an Experience Our World, which was a wonderful event that we did for Phoenix City Hall. And we went in and we had tables so that their employees could go around and experience what it might be like to have a communication barrier. So we did all sorts of different scenarios. At my table, for example, it was myself and Eric and Michelle, and we had masks on, which is one barrier. We had the participants put in earplugs and headphones, and they were supposed to do a scenario with they needed help making a complaint. So they were trying to communicate with us, and it was creating a real barrier because it was difficult to understand. We had masks on, so we had a lot of positive feedback about that. And just having that experience, I think it creates a really good memory for people, and it really stays with them and gives them some real food for thought, creates some real great empathy. And Ashley did a great job at the end, just really processing the event with everybody, because at the end of the day, we just want people to have a better understanding of and a new perspective. And once they're more open, maybe then they'll understand how important it is for people to have access and accommodations. So that's really great to be able to do that. And oh gosh, there's just so much going on. It's just been so busy. But that's a little bit about what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. And what I would like to do is I'm going to pass the baton on to Michelle Michaels, who is our Hearing Healthcare Program Manager, and she is going to share her report.
Good morning. It's Michelle speaking. And I'm just so happy to be here with you today on a Friday morning. I wanted to talk a little bit about the history of the Hard of Hearing Task Force. It was started in 2007 when I joined the commission. And what we do with the Hard of Hearing Task Force is we like to have our leaders in the community, the HLA leaders, people involved with Aloha and Tucson, other advocates, be a part of the task force to provide input to the commission about what is happening in the community. Christy and I, as the two hard of hearing people on the commission staff, can't be everywhere, and we'd love to if we can't. And so we really depend on all of you to let us know what's happening and what the needs are of the communities that you interface with throughout the state. So it's also a vehicle for us to share information with you as to what's going on at the commission and what we're doing in our capacities as staff in public service to all of you. So with that said, I wanted to really thank Melanie O'Rourke for her decades of service to the hard of hearing community. She has been on the task force for at least a decade. I know it goes back at least 10 years, probably more. Years ago, we converted from one email system to another, so I don't quite have all of the data on how long Melanie has been involved. But Melanie has been a leader in our hard of hearing community for many decades, has devoted so many hours of service. And so we just cannot do it, again, just with a few people. We need people like Melanie who step up, who lead chapters, HLA chapters, who provide numerous resources to people who would email her directly as the former president of the HLA West Valley chapter. And so we just appreciate so much her service to the Hard of Hearing Task Force. She has also been a commissioner on our board of commissioners. And I'll pause for the interpreter change here. So she's been on our board of commissioners for quite some time and is stepping down from that role as well. So again, I just really greatly appreciate everything that Melanie has done for us and for our communities. And she's still there, still going to be involved, but not here on the task force with us. But we are also glad to welcome a new member of the task force, Ina, who is, I really look to Ina as my arts and culture champion. If there is any issue in the arts and culture community, Ina's going to let me know about it. When she experiences great access, she's always quick to tell me about that. And so it's just been a wonderful relationship that Ina and I have had over the years, getting to know each other. And so I'm just thrilled that she's agreed to become a member of our task force. So you'll be getting to know her over time as well. So thank you, Ina, for stepping up and contributing now and in the future. Okay, so let me just check my notes here. Oh yeah, also, we're just really thrilled that Lillian has joined our team at ACDHH. I'm right there aligned with Lillian as far as CQI, continuous quality improvement, looking for efficiencies, these kinds of things. So just so thrilled that Lillian is part of our team now to help drive the agency forward. So welcome, Lillian, and thanks for hanging around here and listening to our task force meeting today. Gosh, okay, so what's been going on since August? So much, as Christy has pointed out. In my capacity as manager of hard of hearing programs and services and hearing healthcare, I sit on a variety of committees. I am the agency's internal lead on a program we call Age of Access, which we have a website, Age of Access website. Age of Access is our tailored outreach to older adults. So as part of that duty, looking at the needs of older adults and seniors, I'm assisting the Department of Health Services in the development of the second statewide plan on Alzheimer's and related dementias. I helped the Governor's Advisory Council on Aging create the first state plan on Alzheimer's, which was published in 2016. So it's been almost 10 years, and the state is looking at revamping that plan. So I've been participating on that. I am also participating on a committee with the Department of Health Services to develop a caregivers summit, which will be happening next February. So those of you who are on my email list, and there's quite a few who are, would have seen an invitation to participate in a caregiver summit planning questionnaire where we surveyed what do you who are caregivers need and want in a summit? What types of sessions are you looking for? And so I appreciate the time that some of you took to complete that, so that helps better inform our summit. So I've been working on that. I'm also involved with the Maricopa County Department of Public Health. They have a monthly meeting. It's called the Building Bridges Coalition, where public health connects with organizations that serve populations that are underserved and underrepresented. And as we know, deaf and hard of hearing people are often underrepresented in the majority community. So I participate on those meetings. Also stay in touch with monthly meetings with the Arizona ADA Coordinators Coalition. So I'm keeping tabs on what the ADA coordinators are doing throughout the state. And again, if you don't know, the ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act, requires any municipality, so any city, town, any region that has 50 employees or more, regardless of status, so they could be full-time, they could all be part-time. But if a municipality has 50 employees, they must have someone designated as their ADA coordinator. Could be called an ADA liaison or something like that, but they must have someone who is their ADA coordinator. So you can imagine in the state of Arizona, we have many cities and towns that are have over 50 employees. And then you have state agencies like state parks. We have a great relationship with the Arizona State Parks ADA coordinator. And so I'm involved with the ADA coordinators statewide. Another thing that I've been doing is looking at our assistive technology needs. And so we see that people with disabilities, people with variable levels of hearing often need assistive technology. And so we've had an assistive technology survey out, and we're keeping it open actually for a bit longer. I'm looking for some more complete data. I want to have a certain sample size before I start to analyze that data. So in our last meeting, I mentioned the assistive technology survey, and that is still live. So if you didn't get a chance to fill that out, or you want me to share that again, I can do that, because I do want to get some more responses to that. And that assistive technology survey will help us morph our current telephone equipment program, AZTEDP. It's one of the programs that I manage. Morph that into an assistive technology program. And so that's something that we've been working quite hard on. Another thing that I've been involved with is the Arizona Attorney General's office has a civil rights advisory board, and I am on their disability subcommittee. So providing input into civil rights for people with disabilities. So I'm pleased to be attending those meetings. And in the last couple months, we had 2 town halls for people with disabilities of all disabilities, not just deafness or hearing loss or speech impairment, but all disabilities to comment on. So that's something that has been happening. I do want to also share that our staff have been involved. My staff, Vicki and Christy, have been involved with a lot of learning opportunities. And one of them that we recently engaged with was having an in-person training session with a lovely person, Caitlin, from Cochlear America. There are in the United States 3 cochlear implant companies. There's Cochlear America, Advanced Bionics, and Medel. And Cochlear America, Caitlin came to our office and updated Vicki and Christy and myself on the current technology, the things that are available for candidates, that's people who are eligible for or interested in getting a cochlear implant, and then also all of the support services that they provide for recipients. Because again, as we know, getting a hearing aid or getting a cochlear implant is one part of the process of learning to live with these devices and to function in society. So we had a wonderful training, and we're going to be doing that also with Advanced Bionics and Cochlear and, Advanced Bionics and Medel. So I think the Medel training will be virtual. But these kinds of professional development opportunities really enhance what my team is able to provide to you and to the folks that you refer to us. When you're out there and about and you meet somebody and they have a question, you say, hey, contact Christy or contact Vicki, the phone lady, as she's called. They're able to provide more comprehensive resources and information to consumers as they request those. So we're really happy about those types of developments. Christy mentioned so many things. I don't know if she mentioned that we provided a tour for the city of Tempe Chief Diversity Officer, Dr. Humes. She came to our office in October, and the entire team got together, gave her a tour of our office, delivered a wonderful interactive presentation. Again, the city of Tempe is a wonderful city that we work with. As you may or may not know, there's an excellent development there called Apache ASL Trails, a residential community for people who are deaf or hard of hearing or deaf blind who live there. And the city of Tempe really is committed to increasing their access to the city for people with disabilities. So we were delighted to have Dr. Humes come and talk with us and share what they're doing in the city and learn about what we're doing at the commission. Other things that have been going on, gosh, so many things. Carmen and I, Deputy Director Carmen, and I provided some consultation services to the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality regarding accommodations for their staff who have variable levels of hearing. So that was really great that we see other state agencies reaching out to us as the subject matter experts when it comes to deaf blindness, combined vision and hearing loss, deaf and hard of hearing folks. So happy to do that. And I've also been keeping tabs on, I've looked at my schedule the last few months. I've been keeping tabs on the developments of telemedicine in audiology, and telemedicine in Arizona, teleaudiology, which is a wonderful resource for people who lack transportation, who live in rural areas and in our tribal communities. So teleaudiology is very valuable. Technology for deafblind people and persons with low vision. You've probably heard of what's called Auracast, A-U-A-R-A-C-A-S-T. Sorry, Cameo, messing that up. Auracast, which is a new assistive listening technology that is slowly being implemented. It's going to be about a 10-year timeline for that to be rolled out, but it's very promising. So keeping an eye on that. And then just all kinds of other technologies. I attended a 2-day conference that Gallaudet University sponsored on assistive technologies and AI, and it's amazing what's happening with assistive technology. Other things, there are changes on the federal horizon as far as TRS, Telecommunications Relay Service. I do manage outreach and education for the Arizona Relay Service. And so, and our phone program is intimately tied with the Relay Service. So I've been watching the changes for modernizing TRS. And recently, just this week, had the pleasure of reviewing in detail a 37-page notice of public rulemaking that the FCC released that addresses modernizing the relay service, and provided that feedback to Nikki, who represents us nationally on that. And then let's see, gosh, lastly, I'd like to say that in October, Christy and I and our colleagues, the university colleagues, ASU and U of A, were very pleased and honored to be able to present at the Arizona Health Equity Conference. And so we had a session at that one-day event where we talked to attendees about our Hearing Healthcare Assistance Project and how that is a model of equity. How do you provide hearing healthcare to low-income adults who have no other resources? How do you raise the bar and make that more equitable? And so we talked about how that was developed, how it's delivered. Attendees also got to experience how it is, just like the Experience Our World training that we do. They got to experience what it was like to have a temporary hearing loss, a temporary communication barrier, very enlightening for them. And so we were really thrilled with that as well. So that's just some of the things we're working at. And I am done for now. We will turn it over to the next agenda item and also switch interpreters. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michelle. All right, I don't believe, I'm just double checking, but I don't believe Cynthia was able to join us this morning. Don't think I see her on the list, so we'll miss her today. But I did want to share some information. I do have a short bit of information that Rena Banerjee, our community engagement coordinator, asked me to share a few bits of information with you. The first thing is the Valley Metro feedback opportunity. And this is, I'm going to add a link to the chat, but to let you know what it is, just one moment, let me just pull this up here. Valley Metro is collecting community input as they redesign their bus network to improve mobility access across Maricopa County. So they're asking residents to complete a quick 10-minute survey about how they travel and what improvements they would like to see. So it's a survey there, and I will put the link in the chat in just a moment on that. Rena also wants us to know regarding the Arizona Burn Foundation, smoke alarm applications continue to be accepted, and however, installations are currently on hold. So the Arizona Burn Foundation is amazing, and they have special smoke alarm systems that they can install for people that are deaf and hard of hearing. So this is something, they have the application on their website. I can put that link in too for you. But again, they're accepting applications, but the installations are currently on hold. Also, regarding food assistance information, details about the Arizona Food Assistance Program are available on our website. So we all know that things right now are really expensive, and so we want to be sure to provide information and resources for people in the best way possible. And so this is something that's really important. So we have been compiling a great list, and that is on our website. So we can share that with you if you have or know people in your communities that need assistance or help to obtain food. Also, the Deaf, Hard of Hearing, and Deafblind Legislative Day at the Capitol. This is regarding that. This is the next item. We are currently confirming the date and agenda for this event. So that's something that we're working on. And if you have any questions or are interested in participating in the Deaf, Hard of Hearing, and Deafblind Legislation Day at the Capitol, the registration link will be sent out soon. So watch for that. And then you can feel free to reach out to Nikki or Rena about this. So that's something that we can look forward to finding out more about. All right, let's see here. And I'll put those links in the chat in just a moment. Okay. Great, let's see here. What time is it? It's 9:49. Why don't we, at this point, let's take a 5-minute break. And then when we return, we will look forward to having our HOA leadership announcement. So it's 9:50 now. So let's do 10 minutes in case it gives you time to get a drink. If you have to take a break there, we'll come back at 10 a.m. Ricky's going to put up the slide for us so that we can just take a 10-minute break, and I'll see you back at 10 a.m. and we will finish up with our meeting. Thanks, everyone. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. It's 10 a.m. and hopefully everyone was able to take a little break. It's always important for us to take a few moments and take a break. What we have coming up next is in Arizona, we are incredibly fortunate to have two wonderful Hearing Loss Association of America chapters. We have one in the West Valley and we have one in the East Valley, and they're both wonderful. And I'm going to have Ron pop on first. Ron is going to give us some leadership announcements from HLA East Valley chapter. And then after Ron, Fred DeWorth is here, and he is joining us for the HLA West Valley chapter, so he'll be next. So I'm going to have Ron, if you're back and ready to share some updates, we'll look forward to hearing those. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Ron, and I am the president of the HOAA East Valley chapter. We kicked off the season this year with a little bit of hope, hearing other people's experiences in October. It was well received and we had a lot of fun, heard a lot of challenges and success stories that went on during the summer months. And yesterday at the November meeting, we had Mr. Buckley come out from AZ-TAP, Arizona Technology Access Program. And he talked a little bit about what's going on with AZ-TAP, how the program works. If you want to borrow some assisted technology, he went through the procedures to do that. It was very interesting. It was a program that I did use many years ago, and glad to see that it's still in service. Next month, we will welcome something a little different. We're going to have the Sun Lakes Fire Department and the Sun Lakes Posse for the Sheriff's Department is going to come out and talk to our group. So it's going to be a little bit different for individuals. I want to share a little bit of a story here on my way home from our chapter meeting. And one reason that that I think this is going to be a great meeting with the two departments coming out. As I took Gilbert Road on my way home from the chapter meeting yesterday, and as I was driving down the street headed north, I looked up and I could see that there were some flashing lights in the distance and looked like an accident had happened. It was a 3-car accident up ahead. And I noticed as I was driving, everybody was slowing down and everybody was merging over to the right, but I had no reason why are we moving over? What's going on? Well, there was a fire truck coming up behind me and had its siren going, and I did not hear it. I saw the lights before I heard the siren. So I quickly moved over to let the fire truck go by. And it was just an incident like that took place that reminded me that there is a reason I do not listen to my radio in the car. Is emergency vehicles do come up behind us, and I don't hear so well with sound coming up on my backside. So it's just those types of situations that I am going to address with the fire department and with the sheriff's department. It wasn't a scary situation. It just really brought forward the fact that the emergency vehicles sometimes are seen well before we hear them. So another thing that's coming up in January, we're looking at January 29th, is that we're going to do an East and West Valley joint chapter meeting. So this is going to be very interesting. And I want to thank Christy and Michelle for offering us to hold this chapter meeting at HLA or at the commission downtown. It's about halfway for both of us. So we're working on putting that together. And that's all I have for the chapter. We have more meetings coming up, but we can talk about those later. Fred, you want to go on?
Good morning, and thank you, Ron, and thank you, Christy. Fred Williams is not available today, so I'm sitting in for him. And I've got some notes I received from him and a couple of comments I want to share. And first, I want to thank Ron for bringing up the joint meeting that we're planning in January. As you're well aware, the geographic area of the Phoenix metro area is quite large. And so one of the things we're going to be discussing is how we can better reach people that are a long distance from either the East Valley or the West Valley meetings. Also want to thank Christy and Michelle for bringing up Melanie O'Rourke, who has been our president for a long time. Fred Williams is our new president this year. And his theme is basically building on the legacy of Melanie and doing continual improvement throughout this year. Melanie and her husband will be relocating to California to be closer to their son, who is their healthcare advocate. And so she has just done a tremendous job in here through the years. And we're quite pleased to have Fred Williams pick up the baton from her. Ron had mentioned the Walk for Hearing, and it was a big success. This was my first Walk for Hearing to participate in, and it was a great event. And Christy and the commission was there. And then one of our members, Shannon Tyreen, is also involved with Arizona Dogs, and they provide dogs that are trained to assist people that have hearing loss. So Diamond Dogs is a group that puts on training over in Phoenix, just at a senior center off of 28th Street and Indian School. The coming months, we have quite an agenda lined up, and we're going to be refining that. One of our speakers is going to be Tom Struve. He was a Mississippi towboat captain for many years, and he is now working with American Cruise Lines, providing history to people that are traveling with hearing loss. And he will be our speaker. Then Dr. Susan Schmidt will speak on tinnitus in January, which is one of the subjects our membership has requested. Then Dr. Michael Harvey will be our presenter, talking about the emotional loss of hearing during our February meeting. We're also starting to develop a strategic technology plan for our chapter in there, both for personal assisted hearing opportunities, as well as how we can impact our community with providing better assisted listening technology in their venues. Also, we're looking at how we can best use technology to improve our operations in there. So we will be working on that. I will be co-chairing a committee with Shannon Tyree in regards to that. And so I will also be reaching out to the commission in regards to technology and see what we might learn from one another. And I just want to wrap up and thank you, Christy, for allowing me to participate today in here, and look forward to being able to participate in future meetings. Thank you.
Thank you so much, both Ron and Fred. And Fred, I'm thinking too, I hope to be able to, if you haven't met Vicki Thompson yet, she is our assistive technology specialist. So she'll be a great person for you to meet and connect with.
Yes, she's been to our chapter meetings in the past, and hopefully we can have her out again. Thanks, Christy.
All right, thank you, Fred. All right, I'm gonna turn it over to Ron, and we're looking forward to hearing more about the walk, Ron.
Hello, everyone, again. Yes, the Arizona Walk for Hearing, it was our 10th year. We had over 20 different vendors and raised just over $30,000. We did have a silent auction that had probably 25 to 30 different items, and that auction raised just over $1,500. So it was a very successful walk, probably one of the best ones that we have done. It was a beautiful morning. I couldn't have asked for better weather, and it was just a great time. We had Star Wars characters out there. We had dancers out there. It was just a great event. But I am going to say this, and I have done the walk for 10 years, but I am stepping away from the leadership of the Arizona Walk for Hearing. It takes a lot of work to put it together, and it takes a lot of time. It doesn't happen overnight, and one person can't do it. So if you are interested in stepping up and taking over the leadership for the walk, let me know, and I'll pass your name and information on to HOH. So it's been a pleasure to put that walk together. Barry Forrest, it was his idea to bring the walk to Arizona. And I was very new to HOH at the time. And I decided when Barry made the announcement at a chapter meeting one time, I said, you know, I might be able to help out a little bit there. So maybe pass out water. So I walked up to Barry after the meeting and asked him, I said, yeah, I would like to help out. I guess the rest of it is kind of history. 10 years later, 10 walks. It was a lot of fun. Barry was a great person, just absolutely dynamite person to work with. And the walk has always been one of our focal points at the chapter and here in Arizona. And I want to say thank you to the commission for their support over the years. I think I spent more time down at the commission that first year trying to develop and meet individuals. And Michelle was instrumental in giving us names and talk to these people, talk to those people. So thank you. And thank you very much for participating in this year's walk. Thanks.
Thank you, Ron. It was another wonderful walk. I think I was able to participate in 7 of the walks, so I missed the first 3, but we have been so fortunate to have you and all that both you and Barry have done to bring the walk, bring the walk to Arizona. And like, you did help definitely a little bit, and look how much it grew in the last 10 years. So we'll look forward to seeing what happens. And Fred, you have a comment, go right ahead.
No, I'm good.
Okay, you're good. Okay, great. All right. Yeah, Michelle made the comment. Christy Alba says, let me check with Michelle's Rolodex. Michelle has so many contacts, and so I just try to download all of the information that she has, not only in her brain, but in her Rolodex and in her contacts. Wow, a plethora of information. I'm so lucky to have her and have learned so much. And so thank you, Ron. I'm going to let the interpreters change here. And I would like to invite Harvey Smith to say hello. And if you could just share a little bit again about your position, Harvey, and give us some announcements from your corner of the world, we'd love to have that.
Okay, so I'm a business service representative for Arizona at Work, Maricopa County, and I help companies find employees. So I'm on the business side of the equation, unlike the other 90% of the people in my organization that all work with job seekers. So we've got our finger on the pulse in terms of what's going on. We are seeing a decrease in the number of new job postings, which is perfectly normal at this time of year. What's slightly more concerning is the average job posting is live for a much shorter amount of time. So time was the company would post a job, it would be up for 2 weeks. Now it's 3 to 5 days, maybe, usually less. So if you are looking for a new job, there's still plenty of opportunities out there. But if you see something that looks good, something that looks interesting, don't wait. Go ahead and apply. Too late. So we're seeing that. We are finishing up end of year career fairs. I think the last one was yesterday, and they had over 300 people show up for the career fair. And so we're coming towards the end of the year, but the good news is we're planning events in 2026 across all of Maricopa County. And that's it would be a good opportunity for somebody who's looking for a new job or wants to try something new. Couple of things we're seeing that are not so positive. We are seeing an increase in layoffs for big companies across the board, not just any one particular industry. The other thing we're seeing, which is more concerning for us, is a decrease in DEI outreach for companies, and a lot of recruiters who specialized in disabilities and diversities are being reassigned or simply let go. So the job market is changing, and not necessarily for the better. But that being said, there's still plenty of opportunities out there. So if you're looking for a new job or love your job and hate your commute and want to live and work closer to each other, we're here to help. All of our services are at no cost because we're federally funded through the Department of Labor. And no, we were not affected by the government shutdown. So we were just busy doing our things. If you haven't yet had an opportunity to sign up for our Job Blast newsletter, I would encourage you to do that. That way you can find out who's hiring, where the next career fair is, who we're talking to, and hot job opportunities. So that's a quick and easy way for you to find out what we're doing. Any questions?
I have a question. My question is, so you help people find jobs who have disabilities, and are they only hard of hearing disabilities, or can they be other disabilities?
Okay, so because of the way we're funded, we help anybody who is eligible to work in the U.S. find employment. So we will work with anybody as long as the job seeker can meet federal I-9 information requirements. We'll help, and that's so we're not specialists. We have our friends at like rehab who have that area of expertise. But what we see is eventually everybody who's looking for work sooner or later shows up at our centers.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Harvey. This is Christy. I have a question. I added your contact information to the chat, so everybody has that. And do you have the link if we want to, if someone would like to subscribe to your, I think you said it was the Job Blast. I think I do receive that. But is there a link that you could share with us on that?
Absolutely. Let me put that in the chat for you.
Thank you so much. And then I did put, like I said, I put Harvey's details in the chat for all of you. If you have any, if you ever would like to reach out to him or have more questions. And then what I would like, and certainly if anyone has any other questions for Harvey, you're welcome to turn your camera on, let us know. And thank you, Harvey should share that link. Thank you.
Yep, that's the flyer for the Job Blast newsletter. It comes out every Thursday morning, but it is updated in real time. So if we get an employer that has a hot job and it arrives at 5 o'clock on Friday afternoon, it'll still be on there because we'll just upload it in real time. So, sorry. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so we have that newsletter.
Great, thank you. And Michelle also just added our ACDHH job board too that we have on our website for employers to post jobs. So thank you for adding that link, Michelle. And thank you, Harvey. Okay, what I would like to do now is I would love to just open it up for any additional announcements or if anybody has any questions. Michelle.
No, I just want to follow up on Harvey. Harvey is our employment expert, so I really appreciate all of the updates that you provide. Pretty much as go Maricopa County goes the other counties, right? So what we see happening in this largest metropolitan area is also happening in others. We do have, ACDHH has a curriculum, and we call it Let's Get to Work. And this is a curriculum that we developed where we go in and will train employers on how to hire, post job postings, hire, interview, recruit, train, promote people who are deaf, blind, hard of hearing, or have combined vision and hearing loss. So the website is changeyourperception.org. And it's not just a website, but it also, we have lots of documents that can be downloaded from there. So again, employers who aren't quite sure how to accommodate somebody's hearing loss or how to get an ASL interpreter, how all that works, they can go to that website. And then we can also do, like Carmen and I did, a consultation, so a personal consultation with ADEQ. And we can also do for trainings virtually or in person throughout the state to support that, because as we know, deaf and hard of hearing people have historically been unemployed or underemployed. We have the knowledge, skills, and abilities. We just need that opportunity. So we appreciate Harvey updating us every quarter on what's happening in the job market, and anything that we can do, we stand ready to serve. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Liz?
Yeah, I think this might be appropriate here. I just wanted to share with the task force something that's new to me. At the Walk for Hearing, I was awarded these glasses by a company called Captify, and I haven't yet figured out how they work, but apparently they are paired or programmed with your smartphone. You can wear these glasses and it captions anything being said around you right across the bottom. So kind of like a captive view in the movie theater, except you would wear these, I guess, wherever you want. I'm not sure you would wear them if you are walking in the mall with lots of people's conversations. It might get a little crazy making, but probably for one-on-one conversations, for people that struggle on a one-to-one situation with their devices, this would be an addition. So we're going to figure out how to make these work and just try them out. But as I said, it's called Captify, F-Y on the end. And I just thought the commission might be interested in knowing about this. Thank you. And Ron knows a little more probably.
Okay, I want want to say this.
Thank you.
Is that Liz won those glasses because she was the highest money earned for the walk and her support. Now, I'm not going to say how much, but it was very, very, very a lot. So Liz has been a part of the walk for 10 years and has supported the walk enormously over the 10 years. And so congratulations, Liz.
That's awesome, Liz. Congratulations to you. And I actually did try those out at the walk, and it's really interesting technology. I can only imagine how things will progress into the future, but I'll be curious to know how it goes for you as you try them out. Roz, I'll let you go next.
Liz, do they fit on top of your glasses?
I don't think so. And as I said, I've just briefly looked at the accompanying paper, but there's something there about being able to match your prescription.
Oh, that's
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm a little tech shy, but I'm going to make these work and see what happens. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz, and thank you, Roz and Ron. Yeah, we'll be looking forward to hearing an update on those, Liz. And they did tell me at the booth that people can have their own prescription added to the glasses. So really amazing technology, and can't wait to hear more about it. Does anybody else have any announcements or any cool gadgets that you've tried or anything that you would like to share with us? No? I just wanted to add that Michelle added to the chat that the Captify glasses, that they can also do bifocals and sunglass lenses too. So wow, things are changing all the time. Hard to keep up with technology, but it's really interesting to see how some of this technology will be able to help us to have better access to communication. So it's really exciting to see. All right. Anybody have any other announcements or questions before I get ready to close the meeting? Feel free to pop your camera on. We have the interpreters and Cart here. We're happy to hear more. Ina, please go right ahead. Oh, you're on mute.
I just popped my camera on because you said, pop your cameras on. I don't have anything to say. I'm a good listener.
Great. You are a good listener. Liz, did you have something that you wanted to add? Okay. Yeah, everyone, you're welcome to pop your cameras on. And just wanted to say thank you very much for another wonderful meeting. And it's great to connect with all of you. And that I know both Michelle and I truly appreciate everything you all do for the community. We can't do it alone, but we can all do a little bit together. So we appreciate all of you. I hope everybody has a wonderful and safe Thanksgiving. Can't believe that it's November. I'm just having a hard time believing that. But wishing you a wonderful holiday season. And I will be finding out what our dates are, the 4 dates for the coming year. And we'll be getting that information out to you so we can mark our calendars. And so look forward to that. And please never hesitate to email me if you have any questions. Look forward to seeing you all out there in the community. Does anybody have anything they want to add? No? Okay, thank you, everyone.